SMT Nation, we back. Nation Charter, which operates as Spectrum Mobile and also the Spectrum Internet service. You guys know about them. They're a legitimate player. They add big subscribers every quarter. They take their share of the gross net ads, and they get a lot of customers. I think between Charter and then also Comcast, we're talking about 1 million plus net ads every quarter. So we really have to discuss them here on the channel as a legitimate growth player. Okay, so we've got news about their network, right? They're going to be building a wireless network over the CBRS spectrum, and we got details on it, some disclosures from their CEO. All right, I will link the article in the description for you. It's from Light Reading. Also in the description is the Real SMT Buy Me Coffee link. Want to support your creators directly? That's one way you could do it. Link in the description. And if you're looking for a really good deal on wireless service and you want legendary customer care, we've partnered with mmWave. Use our partner link. You'll save money, and you'll be helping out the channel in the process. All right, so the Charter Communications CEO, Chris Winfrey, speaking on the deployment and the build of their CBRS spectrum, right, and kind of their MVNO deal that they have with Verizon. You would think that it would behoove them to accelerate the build of CBRS, to build their own wireless network in a way that works for them, right, because they own all of their infrastructure and they have access to all these sites and locations. They could basically put strand mounts everywhere they have infrastructure. Right, they have, locations, the poles, the wires, everything is theirs. But they're saying that they are not in a hurry. Literally, the quote from him: "We're not in a rush." Now, he did say that they're going to deploy in every county where they have CBRS spectrum. Right, so they bought that spectrum. When was that auction? Back in like 2018 or something, 17. And they spent like $500 million, or $500 million or something like that. I think it was over $460 million for about 210 licenses. Okay, so they really did spend for the licenses. You think it would be a thing that they would really want to be aggressively deploying, and they're not, and they're saying because their deal with Verizon is so good, right? And they said, basically if they didn't have such a good deal, they would be more incentivized to go hard and go fast, and that's just not the case. Now, with respect to the extent and the depth of their deployment of CBRS, he said it's just a return calculation. He's basically saying the ROI, right? So they're going to want to put the infrastructure, the cells, the locations, these spots, to be in high leverage situations where there's high usage. So to me, it sounds like, they've got their hotspots that they have, right? People's routers and gateways and stuff like that they give access to. So a lot of their usage coming from that for offload. Then of course they've got the Verizon network that they use. They want to get away from that, so the CBRS comes in handy for that type of situation. You would put it in malls. You would probably put additional small cell type setup, strand mounts around these shopping centers and malls. Wherever you got high usage, right? Especially in like business parks, industrial parkways, and things like that. It makes a lot of sense. Arenas make sense too. Getting in on those things. So we'll see how they build. We kind of have a better understanding now. They're going to kind of go that route. They're just, like I said before, it's not easy to do this, and obviously they're taking it slow because they're very disingenuous. No bigger liars than cable. If you think Hans and Mike Sievert and John Stankey, the CEOs of telco, the traditional wireless ones we talk about, you think they're liars, wait till you get a hold of cable. Right? These guys lie through their teeth. And then, actually, he spoke about Dish as an opportunity if their spectrum assets were to become available. He said they would be opportunistic. Guys, everybody talking about Dish going under and then liquidating assets. But he says that they have all that they need in order to be successful, but they would explore it if that became an option. So take that as you will. Additionally, they said they like the CBRS situation. They like shared spectrum, probably because the cost, it's cheaper, right? And because they have access to infrastructure, it's easy for them to build. It is to the detriment of like T-Mobile, Verizon, to have low power on the shared spectrum, right? So it kind of makes sense for them. And then he spoke to the growth rate slowing down for cable, and he said, it's basically he said that they do have some incremental new competition. He's speaking about fixed wireless access. They're definitely, slow playing that, low playing that. Fixed wireless access took like 70% excuse me, 70% or more of the gross adds last quarter. And I think the quarter before that too. So they can try to downplay it as much as they want. The truth is that T-Mobile Home Internet especially and Verizon Home Internet is taking share, whether they want to admit it or not. They're just being foolish, stubborn, and, we're not stupid, right? But he said that we're more on normalized growth now. He said everybody that was upgrading and, getting dedicated connected wireline service through us did that, pandemic time and stuff like that. But that's what he was saying there. And, of course, it's fine. Some of that is true, but fixed wireless access is undeniable. They are going to be building out more of a footprint in rural America. He spoke to BEAD dollars, federal, state, local governments getting involved to support their build-outs. All right, that's good to see, right? So they're not done. Their footprint's going to increase, and, of course, that means more high-speed home internet options for more people. And then some people didn't even have options. They're using Viasat. They're using HughesNet, satellite operators. Getting a dedicated wireline connection is the bee's knees, right? Believe you me, guys. I love fixed wireless access, but a good wireline connection cannot be beat, whether it's fiber or really good coax or whatever, or coax fiber hybrid, whatever. It's fine. It's good, right? Fixed wireless it has its place and it has its reasons, right? So we'll see how this plays out, but it looks like Charter's in a good place. But don't expect CBRS to hit the track running. Looks like they're going to slow roll that. Maybe look for it in the next year or two. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.